Yesterday, I spoke about being over 50 and feeling behind. And today, I want to talk about something that's been on my mind since starting this YouTube channel. You see, everywhere I look, I keep seeing that the goal is to get monetized. I keep seeing videos about it took me 12 weeks to get monetized, 8 weeks to get monetized, 14 days to get monetized. Like, this is the goal. And then I don't know if you've heard, but the recent news of YouTube have now just announced that they've pushed the goalpost, and now we need something like 8,000 watch views to get monetized. It's bringing up some stuff in me, and I will just say I've got some notes because I want to try and make a video and really not edit it, because to be able to do this on YouTube, I really feel it needs to be sustainable, and it needs to be achievable, and it needs to be the least amount of stress as possible. And the more editing we have to do, the more time it takes. And so I'm going to try and do this in one take and just see how it goes. So I will be glancing down at my notes, so don't mind me. It is all handwritten. So where was I? Yeah, the goalpost. And you know what? Because honestly, why are we all here? We're here because we want to probably create something. We want to share what we know. We want to help people. We want to make a difference, but also we want to make money. We want to create an income. Otherwise, why are we here, really? So, but do you know what? It's making me think about something else that's coming up, and that is, I currently don't have, something just landed on me. I'm not sure if it was a raindrop or a seagull poo. I currently don't have thousands of views. I don't have thousands of followers, and I have to think, this could take me months and months, possibly even longer than that, to get monetized. So I think it's going to rain. So I'm starting to realize what else is going on here. There's something else that I need to look at. I'm learning, I'm creating, I'm focusing on learning how to communicate what I want to say. I have a lot to say, but I don't know always how to say it. And it's difficult because this is a whole new experience. And I'm learning how to speak to a camera, but to try to imagine that it's you, to try to visualize you, to try to visualize that I'm speaking to you, an actual person, not a camera lens. And that's quite a hard thing to do. So in my mind, I've got a picture of someone, and that's who I'm speaking to try to make it more personal, so I can reach out to you, so I can feel like we're having a conversation, and not that I'm just speaking at a camera lens, because honestly, it's a bit weird. What else am I learning? I'm learning how to make decisions without knowing the outcome. I'm learning to trust that I just have to make the decisions. I'm an indecisive person by nature. I'm a shy person by nature. So this is pushing me into areas where I'm looking at myself and thinking, wow, this is bringing up a lot of obstacles that that I need to overcome. I'm learning what parts of this process I'm enjoying and what parts I'm not enjoying. I'm learning to start thinking about, okay, so I know what I like doing, I know what I enjoy. How can I make the parts that I'm not enjoying so much a bit easier? So that's something I'm working on. And most importantly, I'm learning how to overcome the things that normally make me give up. And that, the main thing about that is going to be having to overcome embarrassment about talking about myself. I don't particularly like talking about myself, but for YouTube, I, I, I do believe we need to be able to talk about ourselves, because how is anyone ever going to trust us if we can't talk about ourselves and express what it is we want to say and what it is that we want to share? So I've realized something really pretty important, and what that is is the money aside. Okay, so the first thing I've got to focus on is not the income. The first thing I'm building isn't the income. It's the person that I need to become to be able to create the income. If that makes sense, before I can make any money, I'm having to become the woman that is able to overcome the obstacles that are stopping me. So for me, that means I need to become a better communicator. And I need to be able to become somebody that can handle being seen, that can accept criticism, that the person that can keep going even before there are any results, or all the while there aren't really any results. I need to be that person that can be consistent on the good days and the not so good days and on the really hard days. If you don't know me, I'm Lolly, and I am really a Jesus loving dreamer. That's how I'm kind of describing myself, because that describes me quite well. And my focus is to implement my faith into my daily living in a way that makes sense to me and hopefully to other people as well. And I'm also helping to care for my parents, who are both pretty sick right now. My dad has dementia. My mum has a type of blood cancer. So there's a lot going on in the family, and I need to be able to create something that I can manage on the days where I'm absolutely shattered and emotionally drained and emotionally flat battery. So, but my channel is called Lolly Finding Joy. I will always search for the joy. I'm just looking at this seagull. Oh, it's gone. It might come back. It was like soaring in the wind. It's quite windy. So what this is making me think about is that this is really, I mean, this video here is about, I've titled it, the most important thing YouTube is teaching me that money can't. Because you can't buy these skills that we have to learn to be able to show up online and do this kind of thing. And there's real value in that. There's massive value in that. And that's going to have to be my focus. So if you're thinking that you want to start something, but it's too late, you haven't got the skills, you just don't know where to start or what to do, if you're worrying that, it's oversaturated, there's too many people doing it, and AI is making it impossible, well, I've been looking into all that, and really, I think people are craving community. I think people are craving the human messiness. I think people are craving normality. We're so tired of the polished AI. I mean, AI can be brilliant if it's used the right way. I use AI myself to help organize my thoughts, but I think we're so overwhelmed with it. We're so burdened with all of the AI, everything, and not knowing what's real and what isn't real as well, that people are really craving the human touch and the human aspect and connecting with people. And I think that's really important. And that's why I wanted to try and start creating videos that are just sitting on the ground. I mean, there's loads of people around. I couldn't have chosen a more busy, well, it's not that busy to be fair, but I thought the weather's a bit rubbish. It's really windy. It'll be really quiet. This is an old castle. This is an old these are ruins from a castle, and they've made them into flower beds, which I'll show you in a minute. Yeah, so I'm just checking my microphone's not disappeared. So that's what I'm talking about today. If you're thinking there's no point doing this, I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you, because if you've got things that you want to say, I mean, this is an amazing outlet, especially if you've got things going on in your life and things on your mind, and it builds up, and you need somewhere for it to go. Some people paint, some people, I don't know, exercise. So really, you want to you want to start learning the skills, but you won't start learning the skills until you start actually doing the thing, because you won't know what you're capable of until you start doing it, until you start creating and you start seeing the parts of you that you need to work on. You don't know what you're capable of. So I started this channel because I want to make a difference. I want to make a difference, but I also want to create an income, and that hasn't changed. That's still the same. But I really need my focus to be more on what am I learning now before that comes. Because these skills that I'm learning now, I'll be able to take them anywhere. They're all skills that are going to help in life, aren't they? They're all skills, communication skills, showing up, getting over embarrassment, being brave, speaking your mind, sharing your thoughts, and all these kind of things. And I realise that if I make the money the only reason that I would keep going, that I might choose to give up before I even have the chance for it to work, because I don't know how long it's going to take. And I think really you've got to enjoy a lot of this, because if I don't enjoy creating, I'm not going to sustain it. I'm not going to carry on. I'm going to find excuses to stop. The seagulls are having a party. So lastly, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying to the end. And Lastly, my question that I'm left with is, the question isn't, maybe it isn't, when am I going to get monetized? Okay. Maybe it isn't that. And maybe it needs to be, who am I becoming while I'm waiting, while I'm creating this? That's the question I need to focus on. And I think that's what will keep me going. And that's what I'm going to focus on. So, yeah, thank you for watching. And if there's anything that you want to ask about this or anything else really that I've been talking about, then yeah, please ask away. Let me just show you this castle. I mean, that's cute. Today I will learn and grow.